Coach, when this game started, it was a little bit sluggish, kind of both teams sort of feeling each other out. Stetson was able to get a lead and hold it for most of that first half. But where did you notice when your team was able to kind of switch things up and find some success that they carried throughout the remainder of the game?
You know what? I like to give credit to our two freshman guards. Giassi Powell and George Pridgett, both those guys, even though they didn't necessarily show it in the box score from a stat or scoring standpoint, they were really good defensively. Giassi was plus 19, plus minus with his time on the floor, and then George Pridgett was plus 10. And so being able to have those two guys out there, in limited minutes in the prior two games, those guys, like I said, man, we leaned on them tonight. Kevin Nolan was struggling a little bit, especially to find the shot, and then Jordan Davis was kind of out of rhythm, but I know those two guys will be ready to go for Saturday.
Yeah, Coach, great job.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on your win. One of the things that you kind of noticed during each game, Kevin normally bring the offense, but it's like question who, and sometimes Tyree Davis is really stepping it up. But what do you look for as far as somebody just stepping up, being able to contribute some offense down the stretch when you need it?
Well, I think, you saw from Bryce Workman tonight what, our whole program knows what he can do. A talented scorer, even versus Stetson last year, I believe he had 30 points. And so being able to know where he's kind of getting his offensive rhythm, he's starting to kind of be comfortable in his role, is exciting for us. And it's a guy that we know going into the season, majority of our plays are based around trying to get him in the post, get the type of isolation or the type of matchup we want. And he was really good as far as trying to attack the matchup tonight, but also not just scoring, but also being a facilitator out the post. And so, like I said, Kevin every night, he's kind of our main guy from a scoring standpoint. But anybody from a secondary scoring standpoint, it could be Mike Marshall one night. It could be Osai Sifo. It could be even Giassi Powell, even George Pridgett, like we've seen before in the North Carolina A&T game, I believe. And so, like I said, we win by committee. That's what we always preach. But at the same time, it's good to see, a secondary score kind of emerge tonight.
Osai was so strong, it felt like at both ends of the floor throughout the course of the evening. He was clearing defensive rebounds left and right, and then obviously the big play at the end with the block to really kind of ice it.
Yeah, how about that block, Scott?
Well, Artis said it looked like him.
Yeah, man. Artis going up there like John Morant the other night, going out 2 hands.
Just grabbing it. Right. Just the what he brings as far as an effort and intensity standpoint. It feels like the way he works, I'm not saying he's outworking anybody else, but, man, the way he plays is so hard. How does that benefit you all as a group?
From a group standpoint, I think his leadership. He was one of the guys that we talk about details as far as the scouting report coming out, and he gave up that first three. And so when we subbed him out, I said, hey, the scouting report, number 11 Johnson, we know he can shoot. We need a shorter gap with him. And he said, Coach, look, I messed up. I'm going to pick it up when I go back into the game. And so from the point he stepped back on the floor, from a defensive ball screen coverage to offensive rebound, you could see he was all over the place. A lot of those rebounds were one-handed, and they were kind of tip-outs, but at the same time, if he gets the other hand up there, I think he's looking at having another double-double. And so, like I said, Osai's energy, his effort is contagious, and it's rubbed on our whole roster, rubbed off on our whole roster.
Well, it was a group effort here tonight as we saw a committee effort, and heck, 8-0 now at home. A way to defend home court again, this group feeding off this energy, and there's been a lot of good stuff to cheer for, and we're looking forward to. It's going to be a little bit before we're back here, but we're looking forward to being back here next time when we do. And in the meantime, time to take over some work on the road, right?
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Thank you to our fans for coming out tonight. Thank you to our student athletes and also our student base for coming out. We greatly appreciate the energy. Swisher, like I said, it's an unbelievable home court advantage. Thank you guys.
Absolutely.